I have had so many conversations with people who are trying to figure out what to do with their life. And there's always two considerations at play. One is I'm doing this thing over here that pays the bills, and I've been putting so much time into it already, and I don't know how I would ever jump ship. And two, I have this thing that I'm really passionate about and I would love to do it, but I don't know how to make money doing that thing. For example, some guy might work in banking and make 100 grand a year and have a family to support, but he really wants to teach people how to play the guitar. He has no idea how he could switch to making 100 grand a year teaching people to play the guitar. Furthermore, he doesn't even really have time to work on that business because his banking job and the obligations he has to his family are pretty overwhelming. And so it's this sticky place where you're kind of stuck between like the golden handcuffs and the thing that you would love to do, and you just can't see the bridge between the two. And the truth is, this is a real dilemma. There is no like formula to just be making 100 grand doing what you're passionate about starting next week. So what do you do? Well, this is a tricky thing to give advice on, but I'm gonna share a couple things that I know to be true. First, we've established that it's gonna take a lot of time and a lot of work to actually jump from the thing you do now to making money and supporting yourself with your passion. So it would really suck if you tried really hard for like a year or two and you moonlighted and you worked when you could have been spending time with your family, only to decide, you know what, teaching people how to play guitar, I wasn't really that passionate about that thing. I want to do something different. So if I was going to switch to something new, I would want to be positive that I could give it my all for at least the next 5 years, preferably longer. I would want to make sure that it was based upon the thing that I was deeply passionate about above all else, not just something that I thought could make me money. You know, the reason why most of these money-making ideas don't work for people is because they got into it only for the money. And then they quit after 3, 6, 9 months because they got burned out because their heart was never in it in the first place. And all that work they put towards it was basically a waste of time. They would have been better off doing nothing. So we've established that you have to follow your heart. Now, once you've got that fixed, then the next thing is like, well, I don't have enough time to even work on this. And that's a tricky challenge, you know, especially if you have a family and you have a job, but you probably do have 15 or 20 minutes per day that you could put towards your side business. It's really important how you spend that 20 minutes if that's all you have. You can't just be spinning your wheels, you have to be building something. Like if you wanted to teach people how to play the guitar, a good use of your time might be to build a really good online course that teaches people how to play the guitar, and then you'd be able to sell that, and the course will be able to teach people on its own and give you leverage since you don't have time. And that's linked to the third and final consideration, which is like deciding the strategy. If I'm gonna be successful, what do I do first, second, third? What things are a waste of time and what things are actually going to make me likely to be successful? And the fastest way to figure out the answer to that is to find a mentor. Go find the person who has a very successful business teaching people how to play guitar online and pay them to coach you so that they can say, here's what I would do first, second, and third. Then you can take that limited time that you have and spend it in the most efficient manner. So if you know what you're passionate about, you have a mentor who's lighting the path for you, and you're spending your time wisely, you're setting yourself up to have the best possible chance of figuring out what to do with your life in the right way so that you really enjoy your career. I hope that helps, and if you've ever thought of having a career like the one that I have, where I'm an online coach and consultant and I mentor people, I recommend grabbing a free copy of my book, Nail Your Niche. This is the foundational book to read to make sure that you set that business up correctly so that it is really what's on your heart and you're really going to love it and persist with it over the long haul. You can get a free copy of this at nailyourniche.net. And lastly, for some more thoughts around this topic of deciding what to do with your life, I recommend this video where I share my biggest regrets about the way that I became a millionaire. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like and subscribe if you found this valuable, and I will see you soon.